what's up, athletes? Welcome back. Over my last 22 years of experience as a health and life coach, I've noticed that there really is no such thing as laziness or lacking motivation or even procrastination when it comes to committing to self-care. Instead, it's all about identity. Whoever we think we are, we will default to. So if you're starting your health and fitness journey and this is brand new for you, then I want to tell you that visualization is everything. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're always right. It takes just as much energy to focus on how this is going to go well for you, on how you're wanting to become that person that you're always meant to be, as it does to focus on the negative stuff. So if you're here today, I want you to audit the thoughts in your mind. I want you to think about how you can do this, how that you'll always promise to be consistent first before bringing on the intensity. But if you're following along with me and thinking, oh my God, I can't do that. Oh my gosh, that's so hard. There's no way that I can build up to that. There's no way that I'm strong enough to do that. Then you're going to always be correct. You see, our body will always support whatever our mind is, whatever we think we can do, whoever we think we are. Our actions throughout the day will subconsciously support that. So athletes, if you are new here, go ahead and subscribe so that we keep training together. Now, if you'd like to also share with a friend so that you have an accountability partner, and remember, as we work alongside each other today, just think about how this is going well for you, how you can do this, how you're always meant to do this. And if you show up with kindness and patience, before you know it, you'll be doing all the exercises with me as prescribed. Today we're doing a 10-minute killer lower body workout. All you'll need to follow along today is your mat, a little elevated surface for modifications and for some of the movements coming up today. And then I also recommend to have an ab mat. So this is a low back support, but I'll always use this to place this under my knees for extra cushioning. And if you don't have something like this at home, go ahead and grab a cushion or a pillow on the couch. Now this is a wild card workout and it's also a no-stop workout. So that means we're going to transition from one exercise to the next exercise without any breaks, working for 30 seconds at a time. I'll show you your first movement, then coming up, you're going to check this box above and it'll let you know what's coming up next. Our first movement today is a jump squat. So to get into our squat position, we're going to go ahead and place our feet just outside the shoulders. We're going to drive the knees out, the hips come back, and then we're going to jump and then land right back into a squat. Now your modification today, if you want to remove the impact, just go ahead and squat with me, drive the hips back, and then if you also would like, you can use that elevated surface, your couch or your chair, to go ahead and modify on, allowing yourself a chance to build up. All right, athletes, are you ready? I'm nervous about this one too, but you know what? We're going to pace ourselves and we're going to think that we can. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. That's it, go ahead and breathe. Drive the hips back, and remember, you want to land right in that squat. You don't want to do a hard break and then squat. Instead, just be very gentle. Don't worry about how high you need to jump today. Just focus on the movement and especially driving that breath. That's it. You got this. We're switching to an alternating lunge next. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Without breaks, keep that chest up. Make sure that at all times you're gently coming down onto the knee, not banging the knee into the floor. We're always wanting to be very mindful with how we use our body, not just to execute movements correctly, but also to make sure that we're not unnecessarily putting a strain or a stress on it. Good work. Next, we're going to get into our squat position now, and then we're going to do a leg raise and we're going to alternate each side. So this is a monster squat, and really focus on trying to keep that leg straight as much as possible, working the gluteus medius on both sides at the same time. Good work. And now let's stay just on the left side. So continue to squat, lift up that left leg, and again, we always have this option to over here if you'd like. Remember, just find that place where you can improve from. It'll make this a lot more enjoyable, and more importantly, you'll have that building block to build up strength over time. 3, 2, 1, keep it up, and now we're switching sides. Just on that other side now. Keep that leg straight. And now get ready next for a split squat. And this is going to be on the floor. Nicely done. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and now switch. Chest is up, left leg forward, right leg back, and now just think about this exercise here as a modification for the next one that's coming up, where we're going to be elevating the back leg on our elevated surface, if you have a box or if you have that couch nearby. Good work, I'm feeling it, I know. Killer legs. 3, 2, 1, and now switch sides, don't break. So sometimes the outside and what we see is very different than what really happened or what's really happening. And so I want to share with you that I come from a history of massive back injury. I was hit by a car when I was 16, and I've had surgery on my back twice. 5 seconds, we're going to switch now. Right leg goes up onto our elevated surface, or stay with me on the floor. The same movement that we just did if you're having a little bit of a balance issue or needing to modify. So I want to share with you that I get told a lot how lucky I am, how it must have come so naturally and easy for me because of my genetics. And I want to tell you that the only reason I am at such a high fitness level today is simply because I started and never stopped. And that meant I had to adapt and modify through injuries. I've had 2 pregnancies. I have 2 girls. I've torn calf muscles. I've had surgery on my back twice. And if we get into that mindset, a few more seconds, and then we're gonna get into a skater squat. So let's go nice and wide, and then go back. If you get into that mindset of my plan today, forever, is to start and never stop. And that means I have to be flexible with what's really going on in my life. And I have to be adaptable to life events, as well as whatever else is going on in my body or my physical health. 3, 2, 1. Now we're just gonna stay on that left side. Good work. And so when I had my back surgery and I was recovering from that, I could barely stand up for so long. My youngest was potty training at the time. I couldn't help her. I couldn't cook for my kids. I really felt useless, but I knew that if I focused on me and rebuilding myself, I would help everyone else around me. All right, get ready to switch to the other side. And so it's not a selfish choice, but one actually out of love for everyone else around me. And so that looked like yoga. I did a lot of yoga at that time. I did a lot of walking. And I was so proud of myself for being able to keep up with that. Good work. We're gonna go now into a knee up back lunge. 3, 2, 1. So left leg comes up, goes back into a lunge, up, lunge. And I like to counterbalance with my arms so that it almost looks like I'm sprinting. Then we're gonna go ahead and switch to the other side before bringing it onto the floor, and then really just getting that last little burn. Ooh, you're gonna love it. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And now switch, don't break. That's it. And so athletes, Just commit to showing up. Commit to the belief that you can. If you believe you're a person who's always struggling, who can't do it, who's unathletic, who will never be committed, who's lazy, who's not motivated, you'll be absolutely correct. And if you believe that you can, you also will be correct. And break. All right, let's go ahead now. Grab that mat, place one knee on it. We're gonna come up for a fire hydrant. So 1, 2, and then come back down. And notice I'm rotating my head, keeping my eyes on the knee as I lift up the leg, holding up for 2 seconds. Because as I rotate my head, I get more rotation and range of motion in the spine. And now let's go ahead and add a kickback. So 1, and then up. Same side, 1, up. I know you're feeling that right leg, that's the stabilizing leg. And that's how powerful these exercises are, is that they're actually working both sides at the same time. Nicely done. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch now to the other side. So I'm gonna just turn around here for you. And we're starting with our fire hydrant. 1, 2, oh man, that's a killer. I feel you, athlete. Don't give up. We got this. Amazing how we can get such an intense burn in just 10 minutes without any weights, without needing to go anywhere. And now up. So add that kick back now. Follow me at your own pace. Just remember, rotate that head to the side. And get ready now to come into a bridge position on the back for our final minute. Oh man, that is a doozy. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And now on the back for a hip lift, holding that top position for 2 seconds. So 1, 2, and then come back down. 1, 2. That's it. And now the next one, we're gonna do the same thing, except we're gonna hold that top position in a hover. And now really important to drive through the heels. I'm pushing through my heels to lift up. It's not my torso or my hips that come up first, it's the fact that I'm pushing against the ground. And now stay up here with me. And then let's go ahead and pulse. Oh, baby. That's the spot. That's it, drive through the heels. Remember, it's the heels against the floor that's pushing us up, and not just the jerking of the hips up. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh, nicely done, athletes. High five. Congratulate yourself on being here for you and constantly knowing that you can no matter what. Repeat one more time if you have it in you, or check out the other video I have linked for you at the end of this one to complete today's training. I love to hear from you. How did this go? Comment below. Give me a like, and then if you're new here, let's go ahead and subscribe so that we keep training together. All right, let's go. Refuel, rehydrate. Let's meet up in the next one. You got this.